Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome for those who are new. So today we are going to talk about the Stalogy, more importantly, my dilemma right now with the B6 size. You may already know what's going on if you've been watching a few of my videos in regards to my Commonplace Brained Up TN. First, I do want to light this scented candle that I got from Bath & Body. It's called Lavender Bergamot, and it smells really good. So I hope y'all are doing well. I'm trying to keep a positive outlook. Last night I was involved in a hit and run. Someone hit me from behind and just ran off. And this was on the interstate. So there was a lot of cars and I was really scared. But thankfully, I was able to safely make it to the shoulder of the interstate. I'm also very thankful that I have my life. A couple of days ago, there was somebody who lost their life in an accident. I'm fine, just have car damage, and I've got insurance. There aren't any body shops that are open in the weekend, and thank God it happened on a Friday because I just really need time to... I need time to decompress because that was very stressful. I have never experienced a hit and run before. It was very scary because I saw it as it happened. Like I looked at my rear view mirror right before the guy hit me because I can tell he was going really fast and I didn't know what to do. It was like a split second. Thank God that I don't drive very close to the drivers in front of me. I usually keep like a car length, and I did not hit the car in front of me because everyone was coming to a complete stop at the time, and so I was going like about 20 and slowly stopping, and the car behind me I think was still going like 60, just based off of from the time that he almost hit me to the time of impact. That's what I was gauging anyway. All right, so that was a fun story. So that happened last night. It was a Friday night, and then it's Saturday morning right now. So let's talk about my dilemma with the Stalogy. I just wanted to give you like a rundown of how my day's going. So anyway, I already bought the A6 Stalogy because I do plan on getting back into this size for my Brained Up Common Place book. So this is the last Brained Up tan that I had, and it still looks the same. I have not touched it. I have not moved anything. Oh wow, look at this. This says, "What Jesus wants of you." Interesting. In terms of like what happened yesterday. But you know, the crazy part about it is a couple of days prior to this happening, I don't know, I was talking to a couple of coworkers, and I also watched a video that I was kind of, in a sense, I was critiquing in regards to staying positive. So we'll kind of get into that as well. I made little tabs for the different sections that I have on my A6 Stalogy. I still have my Traveler's Company pencil board in here, and I have some stickers. So like I said, it has not changed. It still remains the same. And the reason why I'm switching back to this size is because it's more portable. I'm not really liking this size. I loved it because it had a lot of room so where I could write, but I didn't bring it with me to work for a whole week. And that's just not normal for me because ever since I created the Brained Up Commonplace book TN, I've always used it. Like every single day, I always bring it with me Monday through Friday. I bring it to work. I kind of brainstorm. Anytime that I have an idea or I want to add on to my ideas, I write in it. I also put in like restaurants, books, things like that people recommend to me. I write down thoughts about, like, maybe if I'm listening to a podcast or if I'm watching a podcast or things that I read online, I just write them all down. I mean, it's just, you know, pages after pages, and I do decorate them. Let me see, you may have, let me just move this. So yeah, so I have a sticker sheet thing or ephemera. I made this, and so I decorate my ideas in pretty form, and I'll just kind of flip through it quickly for y'all. So I do that, and then when I get to, let's see, these videos, some of them I haven't done yet. So, oh, how funny. This idea is called the planner obsession. That's funny. This other section is I write my ideas out without any decor. It's just, you know, sloppy writing, you know, all over the place. It's not in any order or anything like that. Oh, here's my old calendar that I made. Anyway, here's a list of my handbags. And then here's a list of my TNs. And then this is when I'm actually editing my videos. Cutting video clips, combining them, putting text, putting sound. And the ones that I covered, I hadn't done it yet. So that's the reason why they were covered. And so you can kind of see, I sometimes draw, put stickers. Oh, I love looking at these things. Okay. And then I have my calendar. And then current projects, and I kind of cross them out as I do them. So you get the gist. And then, let's see. Oh, I had to extend my creative writing that is scratched because I ran out of room in the front section, so I had to do that. And then I had handbags. And then planner ideas, journal ideas, how do I want to decorate them. And then I had my fashion section where I put outfits together if I like them. I don't know. And then I have my ink testing, whatever, writing. Then I have my quotes. So it's pretty much the same thing on my B6 Stalogy. What was in here is also in here. Let me get a sip of coffee. I'm sorry, hold on. And if you haven't already gotten a cup of coffee or something to drink or snack on, please do so because this is going to be long. So my B6 Stalogy, you know, I absolutely loved it in the first couple of months. I'm not going to, you know, say, oh, I hated it from the beginning. No, I absolutely loved it, and I made this as well. And then kind of jerry-rigged this right here. This is like a to-do list. Again, like I said, it's the same thing. I always put a verse in the front of every book insert that I have. But yeah, it's the same thing. I decorate and I write down my ideas in a, you know, just pretty format. Oh, I can't really show the rest of these. This right here is still in the works, so I'm not going to show that. Now this, y'all have already seen my fountain pen video. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it in the description below. I've been using fountain pens for 3 years. Oh, and actually, let me interrupt myself. Okay, so I got this at Barnes & Noble recently. I've had it maybe about a week or two, something like that, because I wanted something smaller and compact to go in my purse. The other pen case that I have, I usually keep it in my backpack, but I stopped carrying that and I just put this in my purse. I don't really think I'm going to be using it because, let me just show you. First of all, I don't like the smell of it. It's got a musty leather smell. Now, I've talked to my colleagues in the office and they say, oh no, that smells great. It's got like a rustic leather smell, and I guess I'm not really into the rustic leather smell. I don't know, because like the leather covers that I get from Chic Sparrow, they smell really nice. I mean, like sweet aroma. That's how I like my leathers to smell. But this has like a manly rustic smell, and I'm not into that. But anyways, I put some coconut lotion, something to make it smell a little bit better, but it doesn't help. So the reason why I don't know if I'm going to use this on a regular is because this pen right here, and I don't know if it has anything to do with this pen case, but this particular pen, okay, I was about to write, well, I actually started writing with it, and it did it again. So apparently, because this is a soft leather, it doesn't have that hard pencil case that I used to carry my pens in. So it can get banged up in my handbag. I think it's just stuck in there now. Oh no. Hopefully it didn't destroy it. Okay, so look, I have ink on here now. 1 second. Gotta get my Clorox wipes. Okay. The refillable ink cartridge is now, I think, stuck inside. Great. So I'm going to have to deal with that. But anyway, I'm not knocking this pen case, but I don't think it's meant for delicate pens. It's nice. It's made in Italy. It says it on there, made in Italy. And it's called Manufactus. That's the brand. All right, let me put that aside. I don't think I'm going to put that back in there. I mean, I love the idea of it. It's just, I don't think it protects the fountain pens very well. I also got some more washi tape. I said I wasn't going to get any more washi tape, but I have been using a lot of my washi tape. I've gotten rid of a lot of rolls. I have a lot of like bright colors. I do like more muted tones, kind of similar to this right here. This is where I keep my wooden stamps. This is a case that I can carry it in if I ever want to take it with me. But like I have wooden stamps in here. Let me put that back. So I kind of like this more romantic, antique type of thing. Don't get me wrong, I get in the mood for bright stuff sometimes. Today when I was in my EDC, I put like Hello Kitty stickers in them because I wanted something to cheer me up because of what happened last night. Anyway, okay, I did that. I just went over what I think about the fountain pens since I've been using them for 3 years and what my experiences are. I've decorated this section already for the next portion. And it's the same thing. So like I, write about B6 Stalogy, my struggles, fountain pens, 3 years of use. I have some other things that I don't think, let me see. I think I already went through this. Oh, I haven't done this, so I should have covered this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll see it momentarily. But okay, so I'm not going to show any more of those. So, and in this section, I have my notes, so when I'm watching podcasts or listening to podcasts or anything like I'm reading something that I'm learning about, I think I've already shown this in my prior videos, like Meet the Harvard Psychiatrist getting YouTube's millions of views by Jay Klaus, and he interviewed Dr. Kanogia, what that video talked about. Let's see, what else? Like I said, I'm not going to show those because, it's just stuff that I don't think y'all really care about those things anyway. And then I think I showed this before where I journal. So I journal on here, journal on here, and then after that I have a section, my video experimentation, what I need to film, let's see what else. Oh, and then my goals for my YouTube. I've completed my goal of 1,000 subs. And thank you very much, by the way, for everyone who has recently subbed. Y'all just showed out whenever I put out my video less than 1,000 subs. Is it worth it or something like that? And now my next goal is 2,000 subs. Let me make sure I'm still have it on record. 1 second. Okay, I have to constantly check because my camera has a time limit of how long it records before it stops. Okay, I'm gonna show this, but I'm gonna blur it because it's, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it because I've talked to y'all about this kind of stuff before. My video about my depression and stuff like that. And I've overcome that when I gave my life to Jesus. Y'all already know about that story. Yeah, because I was watching a content creator. Oh, this is a perfect time to segue into that. What I was talking about, that a couple of days ago, I think it kind of prepared me for what happened last night. So I was watching, I actually stopped watching this creator because a lot of the values that she has doesn't really align with mine, even though for both Christians. I'm not saying that your life has to be like positive all the time, but I don't think we should make excuses for why we are the way we are in terms of negativity. Like, we don't have to hold on to our past struggles and keep running with that. For instance, childhood trauma. If I could tell you the kind of trauma that I experienced as a child, you would not believe it. You'd be like, wow. It would not be the quintessential person that goes through that type of trauma. We don't want to hold on to that because Jesus breaks those chains. You're not not the same person that you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years, whenever you gave your life to Jesus. Somebody did that, you know, hit and run, right? Last night, I was just like, wow, it shook me. I was thinking to myself, like, I can't believe that person didn't stop. Maybe they didn't have insurance. Maybe they weren't documented. I don't know. So maybe they had a warrant. Regardless, the ends don't justify the means. Just because this person not wanting to get involved, that doesn't make it right. And going back to this individual that I had to stop watching because she talks about these type of social norms, and we're totally opposite of one another. Even though if she's a Christian, I'm a Christian, it's just so opposite of what we believe. I think that people can still do the right thing and not have to be a victim, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I've told y'all before, like, you know, to be aware of what you take in, like what you watch, what you read, those kind of things. I said that I was going to do a video on that, and I will. Whatever. Everyone's walk with Jesus is different. That's all I'm saying. And even though if this content creator, she really makes some great content. I love watching her. But the things that she believes in, and I think she says something like people get upset with her because she uses foul language. And I get it. It's your channel. You can do what you want. For me, I don't want to expose myself to that. Anyway, I'm going to do another video about that kind of stuff. So here's the other sections that I kind of, I can't show that. I can't show that section because it's still in progress. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so you've seen this stuff. Let's see what else I can show you. Oh, yeah, you can see this because this is like the end part of my B6 Stalogy issues. And then I do have a page for my analytics, which I'm not going to show that because, let me see, maybe I will. I don't know. I may blur it out. I'll show it to you. It's really detailed. I'm a very detailed person. That's just how I am. And then I saved this section for my calendar, my B-roll. So yeah, it's basically still the same, like my calendar and everything. But I want to show you something towards the end. Let's see, this is March, April. I was still filling this out, but June, July, and August, I didn't really fill this out. And then this is September. I have October. Today is the 4th of October. I haven't really put my upload plans, and okay, so this is F is for film, E is for edit, U is for upload, and it's week 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just don't like the layout of this really big calendar, even though if I thought, oh, you know, having a really big calendar is going to help me. Yeah, I'm just not inspired in this size. I'm just not. Let's see. I wrote some notes in my fashion section. It's a video idea that I still haven't discussed. And then I have my scratch page where I'm testing out my fountain pen inks. When I clean my pens, and then when I refill my inks in my pens, and then I have my quote area. So it's still the same thing. Like, it hasn't changed. It's just I'm not happy with the size. I don't like, it's like I said, it doesn't inspire me. I'll just put that there. So haven't really decided yet if I am going to keep using it, because I have this amount of pages left in the front section. And then I have this amount of pages left in the middle section. And this right here towards the back, along with a section here for 12 months of my 2026. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm just going to scrap it and get back into my A6 size, into my new A6 Stalogy. So hopefully this was helpful. I'm very determined, and I stick to certain rules that I have for journaling and planning. Y'all probably know this that have been following me for a while. Things haven't really changed since you started watching my journaling and planning content. It was probably in the summer of 2021. Some of the things that I mentioned, they're on a topic of its own. And so if you like that kind of content, you want to discuss these type of things. Also, I am going to be doing an update on my financial goals and my financial planner. Some of you come to my channel because you don't want to get sucked into consumerism. I know there was like a Hobonichi craze. I'm not into all of that. I don't follow trends. So if you just don't want to be in that type of environment and you want to save money so that you can have a more fulfilling retirement and you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, follow along on my journey. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you so much, by the way, for always continuing to come to my channel. I really appreciate y'all and the love and support. So I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.